Here is Taylor Hopkins to lead it off for the men in green today. Falcons bedecked in their orange jerseys with the brown trim and brown caps. The dark green for EMU with the green numerals and lettering. Hopkins left-hand batting shortstop. Gage Shank brings it, swing and a miss, and we are underway from Steller Field at 12:03. Right on time on a much brighter day than we had yesterday. Certainly not warm, but definitely good enough for baseball. We're going to play 2 today because tomorrow looks like a rain out for Mother's Day. Ball 1 inside. 1 ball on the leadoff man, Taylor Hopkins. Hopkins, a .320 batter, lifts this one out of play. Hopkins leads the team. Played, runs scored, hits, total bases, walks, and stolen bases. So he's obviously a major cog in the Eagle lineup. With 2 wins yesterday, Eagles improved to 9-14 in MAC play. 1 ball, 2 strikes, Gage Shank dealing and missing. BG defense, Adam Furness first base, Dylan DeHanas at second, Nathan Rose at short, Mason Montgomery at third. Outfield left to right, Adam Fallon, Jack Krause, and Andy Gayton. Kyle Gurney behind the plate, Gage Shank pitching. And a rip right at DeHanas, who catches it just above the bill of the cap for out number 1. So Hopkins hits it hard, but right at DeHanas for out number 1. Of course, what are we calling DeHanas now? Mr. Long Ball. He had another one yesterday after going his whole career without one, high school and college. Here's Nick Jones. Right-hand batting catcher. And ball high from Gage Shank. After a line drive out, Shank working to the second batter, ball inside, 2-0. Talking with Coach Halleck before the game, he bemoaned how his team, his pitchers, seem to work too many stressful innings, even when they don't give up runs. Here's up behind the plate. Gurney doesn't see it. First baseman Furness does. He comes in and makes the grab. Kyle Gurney had no clue where that ball was. Gage Shank was coming, but wisely gave way to Furness, as he should, for the out on the foul pop. And Christian Bolt is now a 2-out batter with nobody on. And this is what Coach Halleck's talking about. 2 up, 2 down. Nice, easy inning brewing here. Let's just third out and get in the dugout and get the bats going. Unfortunately for BG, a lot of times this year that's not been the case. Get a 2-out walk or something like that that turns the inning into a little bit of work. Ball high to Christian Bolt, 277 batter, 4 homers, 17 driven in. There's that pop up behind the plate. Gurney sees this one, but he's going to run out of room. I thought that was going to land on a roof, but no. Now, if it comes inside, you're catching it, right? Big Game will have it. 1 ball, 1 strike on the EMU second baseman. Top of the first here, game 1 of a doubleheader. This is a 7-inning game. The nightcap will be a regulation 9-inning game. The teams played 2 yesterday, trying to beat tomorrow's weather. There's the off-speed pitch for a strike. Shank works in the low 90s with his fastball. He throws a slider, also a changeup. Those are his 3 main pitches. 1-2 pitch. Little fisted pop-up side the mound, and the pitcher, Shank, makes the play. And that's the way we like it. 1, 2, 3. BG coming to bat in the bottom of the first.
For the Eagles in the top of the first, no runs on no hits. There were no Falcon errors, no one left on base.
273. Opponents are hitting 266 against him. He has 42 strikeouts in 33 innings with a record of 1-2. But again, that's just his second start of the season. Here's Dehanas, who has found his home run stroke of late after spending his entire career not hitting a home run. He hit one last Saturday, he hit one yesterday. First pitch to him is a strike in the outside corner. Dehanas hitting that two-run homer to end the proceedings yesterday in the nightcap. A ninth-inning rally for BG fell short in a 10-8 loss. Strike two, so Wagner jumping in front quickly, working that outside corner against Dehanas. 0-2 to the BG second baseman. Wagner deals, and he missed away. Eagles won the opener yesterday 8-0 as Luke McGuire limited the Falcons to 4 hits, and then it was a 10-8 decision in the nightcap. Dehanas 2 for 8 combined yesterday. There's a breaking ball just missed. By the way, our home plate umpire is Mr. Corey Ray, Mr. Jason Stidham at first base, and Mr. Bryce McCall at third base. A bright, sunshiny, cool day here in Bowling Green. There's one high and away. So he's gone from 0-2 to 3-2. Dehanas trying to set the table for Bowling Green taking the lead here in this game. Ball 4. Eastern Michigan scored in the top of the first in each game of yesterday's doubleheader and never trailed at any point in the two games. So here's Gayton. Dehanas at first, leadoff walk. Gayton yesterday had 4 hits and 7 at-bats. A couple of doubles, a stolen base, an RBI, and a run scored. He tries to bunt, brought it with him, first base side, first base Fields, pitcher covering, safe! Pitcher didn't have his gait right as he went to first base. He missed the bag. And Gayton's got a bunt hit. And now we're going to get a question from the Eastern Michigan bench as they're going to come out. You could see that was a possibility as Wagner came off the mound. He didn't have his footwork right, and he just didn't get to the bag right. I think he beat him there, but you have to touch the bag. Usually umpires just have a conference just to say they did. And he's going to say, what'd you see? And I saw the same thing you did, which is I wasn't looking. This is not my call. Home plate umpire actually does try to help out on those kind of things, but I would doubt they overrule it, and they don't. So the Falcons with something brewing here in the bottom of the first. A bunt hit by Gayton after a Dehanas walk, and here's Kyle Gurney. Catcher, right-hand batter. BG looking to jump out in front after Gage Schenk set him down 1-2-3 in the top of the first. Gurney with a big cut and a miss. Gurney had 3 hits in the doubleheader yesterday, 1 for 3 in the opener, 2 for 5 in the nightcap. A couple of doubles in that nightcap. That was his 9th multi-hit game of the season. Sophomore out of Belleville, Michigan. First and second, nobody out for Bowling Green at first. There's a wild pitch, and that'll move him up. Third wild pitch of the year by Cameron Wagner, and nothing Nick Jones could do with that one. His short hopped the shin guard and bounded away, and both runners advance. So now BG really, the odds in their favor of putting something on the board here in the first. Second and third, nobody out. Gurney with a 1-1 pitch coming, takes it inside. Two 2-1 pitch to Gurney. Upstairs, 3-1. Cameron Wagner got ahead of Dehanas 0-2 and then walked him. Gayton with a bunt hit on a bang-bang play at first. Pitcher Wagner covering. Didn't touch the bag. A wild pitch, and now 3-1 pitch. And boy, Gurney looking like old school Reggie Jackson there. Swung so hard, had to go to a knee. He'll regroup with a full count. Infield playing normal depth. In a little at third, and there's a rip left field, and the BG Falcons take the lead. Here comes DeHanas. Here comes Gayton, and Bowling Green leads it 2-0. Gurney pulls it to left field for a 2-run single, and the Falcons grab the lead, and that is nice to see after yesterday not leading at any point and losing both games of the doubleheader. Today they waste no time getting on the board. And for Gurney with those 2 RBI, that's his 7th multi-RBI game of the season. Here's Adam Furness, just one of the best hitters in the MAC, standing in. Takes a strike in the outside corner. Gurney 3rd in the league in the latest standings with a .365 batting average. Had a hit in each game of the twin bill yesterday. Swings through that one, a little out in front, fooled him, 0-2. 2-0 Bowling Green. Gurney's 2-run single has gotten the orange and brown in front here in the bottom of the first. Again, this is a 7-inning game, opener of a doubleheader here today. 0-2 pitch, way outside. Furness, of course, a product of Bowling Green High School, has reached base in 23 consecutive games, including both games yesterday. 1-2 pitch, fouled back. Falcons enter play today 11-16 in Mid-American Conference play. Got a series with Toledo next weekend and then another with Northern Illinois to finish out the year. 1-2 pitch way upstairs. Nick Jones had to come up out of his crouch to pick that one off. Two now to Adam Furness. Pot back out of play again. Furness leads the team with 10 multi-hit games. 2-2 pitch coming. Breaking ball stayed outside. So full count. So Wagner went full count to the leadoff man, DeHanas, and now has gone full count to the cleanup man, Furness. Swing and a miss. Went upstairs, he chased it. Furness appeared to be upset with the home plate umpire about something, not sure why. He swung and missed on strike 3. So Nathan Rose will step in with 1 out. Falcons have scored twice here in the first. And Rose, the sophomore out of Shaker Heights, having a very fine season for BGSU. And he got plunked right in the hip area. Well, we'll try to, as they say, Kraus steps in. Kraus, one of 5 left-hand batters in the lineup for Bowling Green, a Brighton, Michigan product. RBI chance here with first and second, 1 out. BG already up 2-0. Breaking ball strike. Kraus hitting .243, has a couple of long balls on the season, 14 driven in. 0-1 pitch. Down and in. Late break from second to third throw, and he is safe. Whoo, that was close. Nick Jones didn't find it immediately, and breaking for third was Kyle Gurney, and he just did get there. So we'll score that a wild pitch, I would presume, yeah. Second wild pitch of the inning. Also a heads up moving to second. Behind him was Rose, even though it was a delayed break from second to third by Gurney. Second wild pitch of the inning. Second and third now with one out. 1 ball, 1 strike to Kraus. Lifts one the other way to left, twisting. Left fielder going to get there though. Tagging up and scoring is Gurney, and it's 3-0 Bowling Green. Nice job, Jack Kraus, just to lift that to center and get the RBI. Out number 2 recorded. Gurney scores 3-zip BG. Here's Tyler Haas. EMU defense behind Wagner. Eli Gora at first, Christian Balt at second, Taylor Hopkins at short, Daniel Workington at third. Outfield left to right, Will Oberg, Shane Easter, and Gabe Denton. Nick Jones behind the plate. Cameron Wagner on the mound. Misses, maybe a little up there to Tyler Haas, the Bowling Green DH. Tyler hitting 188 on the season. Has a home run and 12 RBI. Second on the team in walks with 17. Man on second. Takes a strike. 2 outs now. BG has scored 3 here in this first inning. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wagner checks second and delivers. Breaking ball, strike 2. Good pitch right there by Wagner. Locked up Haas. Jumps ahead in the count of ball and 2 strikes. Falcons have scored 3 runs. Just 1 hit that left the infield, plus a bunt hit. A walk, a hit batter, a couple wild pitches, sac fly. Ball up and in, 2-2. It's been quite the laborious inning here for Cameron Wagner. He went full count to 2 batters. He's in another deep count here with Haas, who was the 7th Falcon to bat here in the bottom of the first. Two. Started and held up. It was just upstairs to run the count full. So another full count. Base hit here should make it a 4-run inning. Obviously off on the pitch will be Nathan Rose from second base. Oh, called strike 3. Haas thought that was right where the last one was, but Corey Ray disagreed, and Haas is out shopping. However, Bowling Green, 3 runs on a couple of hits, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the second. Bowling Green 3, Eastern Michigan nothing. Gabe Denton will lead it off. He's a dangerous man. He's got 8 home runs. Tried to check there. In fact, did he check? They foul it. Yeah, the home plate umpire did signal time, so it was just got a piece of it, so 0-1. Denton, 351 hitter, 8 bombs, 26 driven in. There's a pulled ball foul past third. That's a break for the Falcons. That was nearly a extra base hit. Denton's slugging percentage at .730. That's getting it done. He's got 4 doubles to go with those 8 home runs. He has struck out 25 times in 74 at bats, but he also has 13 walks. He's been hit by a pitch twice. 0-2. Curveball and stayed inside. Boy, Gage Schenk cannot be happy with himself there. Up 0-2 on Denton, and he plunks him in the shoulder. Schenk's 7th hit batter of the year. So it'll bring up Shane Easter, the center fielder.
The center fielder, Shane Easter.
Shane hails from Kalamazoo, a 6'1" senior. Leads the team with a .352 batting average. This is 18th start of the year. Bunt and a good one. Third baseman charging. Pick up, throw, got him by about a step. Good play by Mason Montgomery. Denton advances to second. You're going to give him a sacrifice? Yeah. Of course, you're down 3-0 in a 7-inning game. I'm not sure why you sacrifice, but it's not my team, right? Here's Eli Gora, the first baseman. Right-hand batter. Senior out of Cincinnati, Ohio, Anderson High School. Great area for baseball. Plenty of stars have come out of that area. There is a strike, fastball from Gage Schenk. Gora, 250 hitter. No homers, 12 driven in. Man at second, 1 out. BG leads 3-0. We're in the top of the second. That one's lifted to center. Kraus back immediately and made that play look easy. Tagging from second and going to third. Smart base running by Gabe Denton, but there are 2 outs. Tell you what, you want to teach kids how to play center field, have them come out here and watch Jack Kraus. And he's got 2 more years to get better. So an RBI chance with 2 outs for Daniel Workington.
The third baseman, Daniel Workington.
Workington, a Canadian out of Leamington, Ontario. 6'3" senior. Right-hand batting third baseman. Man at third, 2 out. Gage Schenk pours one right through there. BG got 3 in the bottom of the first. Schenk trying to come out and put a goose egg on the board in the top of the second. 0-1 to Workington. Hit the other way, that's trouble. And fair ball, and it's 3-1 Bowling Green. Workington with an easy double. Does he want 3? He does not. He'll hang on there at second base. Workington takes it the other way and deposited it in the right field corner for an RBI double. Denton scored to make it 3-1. Here's Mike Monahan, the left-hand batting designated hitter. Good piece of hitting there by Workington, just drove that the other way. Monahan with a man at second and 2 outs, trying to keep it going here for the Eagles. Swings over top of that one. Monahan in limited duty has been very successful at the dish. He is 14 of 29, .483 batting average with 6 RBI, 3 doubles and a triple. Big spot here. This team's down 3-1. Man on second, 2 out. We're in the second inning. That's fouled straight back. Monahan out of Saline, Michigan. Right there in the Ann Arbor, Ypsilanti area. Gage Schenk ahead 0-2, trying to put Monahan away here and end this Eagle uprising. Instead, it's fouled away the other way to left, drifting well out of the reach of everybody chasing it and well out of play. And on top of the netting on the batting cage down there. Eagles and Falcons will play another game. After this one, it'll be a 9-inning scheduled game. No balls, 2 strikes to Mike Monahan. Gage Shank trying to work out of further trouble here in the second. The Eagles have scored one. And that may score another one. That's hit to center. On a hop, Kraus has it go off his glove. The runner heads for second, and he will be in there with a RBI single and then an error. So it's 3-2 Eastern Michigan, trailing by 1 now as a couple of 2-out hits have plated runs. And nothing picks a team up like 2-out RBI hits.
The left fielder, Will Oberg.
So Monahan singles to center, takes second on the misplay by Kraus, gets an RBI, and here's Will Oberg. 3-2 Bowling Green. Strike called. All the damage here being done by the bottom third of the Eagles lineup. Workington with that 2-out RBI double, followed by Monahan's RBI single. Oberg, a .203 batter. But he's second on the team in walks and runs scored. He's also been hit by pitch 11 times. So he's probably familiar with the trainer. 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball stayed up. Pretty apparent Corey Ray doesn't like the high strike. He's been pretty consistent on that count today. 3-2 Bowling Green. We're on the top of the second. Eastern has plated 2 here to get right back in it. There's one fouled, backing out of play. Gage Shank also started this inning sort of on his own with the hit batter. He was ahead of Gabe Denton 0-2. And threw an off-speed pitch. It came inside and clipped Denton on the shoulder. And that was the table setter for this 2-run inning. He just hit another guy. That was an inside fastball. And of course, guys wear that pad right over their arms. They don't necessarily have to pull that arm out of the way. So now it's first and second with 2 outs, and back to the top of the lineup for Taylor Hopkins.
Top of the order, the shortstop, Taylor Hopkins.
So Shank has hit a couple of batters this inning. Hopkins lined out to second baseman DeHanas the first time up, and DeHanas is playing him over in that pull hole again. Sort of a half shift. There's a ball upstairs. So Gage Shank has struggled here in the second inning. Workington's double really the key play with that 2 outs. Placed it down the right field line perfectly into the corner. Another RBI hit by Monahan followed, and another hit batter. Swing and a miss. Good pitch by Gage Shank against the dangerous Taylor Hopkins. Hopkins, also a Southwestern Ohio product out of Mason, Ohio, played collegiately at Moeller High School. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball away there by Shank. Probably the changeup looked like there. A beauty. 1-2. And that's a perfect spot to throw it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hopkins obviously looking for something to drive and got caught out in front of that one. Shank looking to shut down this inning. 1-2 pitch. Up and in. Not much of a breeze today. Earlier was a little breezier, but seems to have settled down on this Saturday afternoon. 2-2 pitch. And Hopkins just got a piece of it, send it back to the screen. Hopkins back in the box. Shank looks in for the sign from Gurney. Comes set. A 2-2 delivery. Missed inside, 3-2. So now the runners will be off on the pitch with a man at first. That's Oberg. Man at second, Monahan. 2 outs, full count. And just when the Falcons were feeling good about things, Eastern has jumped right back up to get in this game again. 3-2 in the second inning. Payoff pitch. Skied out of here on the right side. Falcons scored 3 runs in the bottom of the first inning to take a lead for the first time of this series. Eastern has immediately answered with their pair of runs. Gage Shank comes set. Another 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. And Shank finally works out of the inning. But he hit a couple of batters, a couple of hits by Eastern, plates 2 runs. They leave 2. There was an error as well. We go to the bottom of the third. Bowling Green leading Eastern Michigan 3-2. Against Eastern Michigan right-hander Cameron Wagner. BG got 3 off him in the first. The Eagles answered with 2 in the top of the second. And that's where we are as Bowling Green comes to bat in the second. Adam Fallon, Mason Montgomery, Dylan DeHanas, and hopefully many more. Wagner misses downstairs. It was an eventful first inning for Cameron Wagner. He hit a man. He struck out 2. He had gave up a walk. There's a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. He also saw Andy Guyton reach on a bunt hit and Kyle Gurney get a line drive hit to left. There's a ball in the dirt and past the catcher, Nick Jones. 2 balls, 1 strike. Adam Fallon, the batter for Bowling Green. The 2-1 pitch to the sophomore. 3-1. Fallon started both games in left field yesterday, as he is today. Went 0 for 2 in the opener, 2 for 5 in the nightcap. Foul back here. Last 4 games, Fallon has 6 hits and 3 RBI and 4 runs scored. And a home run in that Tuesday win over Miami here. Payoff pitch, fouled away. Falcons' next port of call will be Toledo Friday night. In fact, they'll be at Fifth Third Field downtown, the home of the Mud Hens. They take on the hated Rockets. Payoff pitch. Loop to center, going to hang up and be picked off by the center fielder, Shane Easter, for out number 1. So Fallon sort of stretched out that at bat and made Wagner work, but lines out to center for out number 1. Here's Mason Montgomery. Montgomery from Vermilion High School, just down the road, east of here, maybe 45 minutes or so, half hour down the road. Started at third base in the opener yesterday, went 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. There's a ball bounced in there. Mason did not play in the nightcap in yesterday's doubleheader. Nobody on, 1 out in the BG second inning. Strike called. Montgomery, a .211 hitter, 3 RBI on the season. Hits it to left, right at the left fielder coming in a little bit, makes the play. That's kind of where they had him played there. So some solid contact by Fallon and Montgomery, but nothing to show for it. And Dylan DeHanas will come up with nobody on and 2 out. DeHanas recently added BGSU graduate to his resume. First pitch on the outside corner, a strike. At the knees, perfect pitch by Cameron Wagner. 0-1. To DeHanas. That one's down and in. Dylan split his high school days. He started at St. John's Jesuit in Toledo, then finished off his junior and senior years at BG High School. Finished as a Bobcat. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball. Downstairs, 2-1. Basically, it's the 4th year as a starter for Dylan DeHanas in this BG program. He bends back at the waist and strike called in the inside corner. Dylan started 26 games in 2018, 40 games in 2019, and 11 of the 13 games in last season's truncated year. Boy, tough take there. DeHanas gets the call, 3-2. So full count. DeHanas walked his only time up in this game. It led off at 3-run first inning for BG. Payoff pitch. And he walks again. So for Wagner, his second walk, he's also hit a batter. There's Andy Gayton.
The right fielder, Andy Gayton.
Gayton is a grad transfer from Chicago State and seems like he's just now getting in the flow. Playing really well. Had 4 hits in the doubleheader yesterday, a bunt hit today. Takes a ball down. That gives him now a 7-game hitting streak. He's 9 for his last 22. 2 outs, DeHanas at first base for BG, who leads 3-2 here in the bottom of the second inning. Cam Wagner comes set and delivers. Gayton rolls it to second. Balt makes the easy play, and the Falcons go quietly in the second, a 2-out walk, and that's it. We go to the third inning. It is Bowling Green 3, Eastern Michigan 2.
For the Falcons in the bottom of the second, no runs on no hits.
caught in the second game as well, went 1 for 4 with an RBI. One-two pitch for a third time coming to Jones. And for a third time, he fouls it away. One ball, two strike pitch again. And this one's hit in the air to left field, short, coming in, diving, unable to get it is Fallon. Backing him up is Krause's center fielder, holds it to a single. That was just a little looping line drive into short left field. And Fallon was unable to get to it. So leadoff hit for Nick Jones, hit number 3 for the men in green. And here is Christian Bolt, second baseman.
Christian Bolt, second base.
Bolt, another Moeller product. That being Cincinnati Moeller High School in Cincinnati. 6'2" senior. Pitch to him. Breaking ball down. Gage Schenk looked really good in the first inning and then had some trouble in the second inning, including hitting a batter. And he's given up a little bloop hit here to start the third. I think the Falcons were very hopeful that Gage could pitch a strong game and perhaps go the route here in this 7-inning game. There's a fastball for a strike. Play the opener of the doubleheader for 7 innings. If you get a good strong start, a complete game, really save that bullpen for the nightcap. That's the grand plan anyway. 1-1 pitch. Foul back. One ball, two strikes to Christian Bolt. There's a quick look to first by Gage Schenk. Bolt was 1 for 4 in yesterday's 8-0 win in the opener for EMU. 2 for 4 with 2 driven in and a run scored in the 10-8 win in the nightcap. 1-2 pitch. Pop up, left side, shortstop under it, and making the play is Nathan Rose. Out number 1. I'll bring up Gabe Denton. Denton, a long ball threat for sure with those 8 home runs on the year.
The right fielder, Gabe Denton.
3-2 Bowling Green leads. Eastern batting in the top of the third. Schenk with a toss to first. Diving back in easily was Nick Jones. Nick Jones, the catcher, not much of a threat to steal with just 2 steals and 4 attempts, but Schenk trying to keep him close nonetheless. First pitch to Denton, swing and a miss. He had a big cut. Denton looking for a lead change right there. 3-2 Bowling Green with the lead. Man on first, a 1 out for Denton. Hails from Clare, Michigan, so up there in Chippewa territory. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss again. Well placed pass ball by Gabe Schenk. 0-2. For Central Michigan, looks to be in the clubhouse to win the MAC championship after that nice series last week with Ball State. There's another throw to first. Chips with the advantage now heading down the stretch to earn a place in the NCAA regional. Will be no MAC tournament this year for baseball. 0-2 pitch. High fly ball, short left center field. Coming in, left fielder and center fielder. Left fielder Fallon makes the play in front of center fielder Krause for out number 2. And that makes Shane Easter a 2-out batter.
Shane Easter, center field.
Easter with a sacrifice bunt his first time up. Had 5 hits in yesterday's doubleheader and 9 trips. So he's feeling good about things here in Bowling Green so far. A little late on that fastball. Three-two Falcons. We're in the third. High fastball evens the count. Man on first is Nick Jones. 2 outs. 1-1 pitch. Up 2-1. Jones reached on a little looping line drive to short left field to lead off the inning. Since then, Bolt has popped out. Denton has flown out. 2-1 pitch coming. That one's lifted. Might stay in play for Furness. He's over for a look-see, and it's out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes. Schenk trying to end it right here as far as this third inning is concerned. Break-even pitch. Strike 3 called. Easter's out shopping, and he knew it. So Schenk gives up a leadoff hit and then sets down 3 in a row. Bowling Green coming to bat in the home third, leading Eastern Michigan 3-2.
In the top of the third, no runs on 1 hit. There were no Falcon errors. 1 runner left on base.
In this opener of a doubleheader, they lead it 3-2 over Eastern Michigan. Hitters 3, 4, and 5 due up in Coach Kyle Halleck's lineup against the Eastern Michigan right-hander Cameron Wagner, who begins his 3rd inning of work and just his 2nd start of the year. He's made 13 relief appearances. Kyle Gurney takes ball inside and low. Gurney, the big hit of this game from the Bowling Green perspective, a 2-run single in that 3-run first. He later scored on a sac fly by Jack Krause. Strike called. Of course, the unsung part of that inning was Gurney taking 3rd on a wild pitch. He just beat the throw to 3rd. Good base running. Got to run in on a sac fly. That's the difference in the game right now as he takes ball 2. Wagner delivering. Gurney fouls it off. That could spin fair, but it manages to stay foul. If that had reached the dirt, I think I might have went fair. That thing had some spin on it back toward the infield as he hit a cue shot off the end of the bat. But it's a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gurney, 6'2" sophomore. 2-2 pitch hit toward the hole and into left field for a base hit. So Wagner left that breaking ball up in the zone a little bit, and Gurney did what you should do, and is pull it in the hole for a base hit. So it's a 2-hit day for Gurney. That's his 10th multi-hit game of the year. That now leads the team. He and Adam Furness and Nathan Rose each with 10 multi-hit games now this season. Now Furness at the dish. Takes a strike. Adam struck out with Gurney on base in the first inning for the first out of that inning. A 1 pitch is down. Furness entering the game third in the MAC and batting average at .365. He leads the team with hits and slugging percentage and walks and on-base percentage. Foul tip into the mitt that time, so strike 2. Furness missed the last part of that Ball State series. Other than that, he's been a fixture in the lineup. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. That's into right center. That could get through, and that will get through. Let's see if Gurney can bring it on around. They play it on the morning track. Gurney's going to score. Furness trying to leg out a triple. Here comes the relay throw. Going to be close. He is out. Furness, though, does get an RBI on the double. Gurney scores. I think that might have been 8-6-5. How'd we score it? Yep. However you score it, it's an out, number 1. BG scores and leads it 4-2. Now bases are empty for Nathan Rose.
The shortstop, Nathan Rose.
Strike called to Nathan Rose. Adam Furness, I don't know, little delusions of grandeur there, trying to leg out that triple. The ball was momentarily fumbled out on the warning track by the center fielder Shane Easter. And maybe Furness noticed that and thought he could get that extra base. 2-1. The most important thing, though, is Furness drove in that run, and BG's bumped the lead to 4-2. Fastball outside to Nathan Rose. He's ahead in the count, 3 balls and a strike. By the way, Furness now 24-game on-base streak with that double. 3-1 pitch. Popped foul, drifting, and out of play. Nathan Rose started the season slow, 3 for his first 16. Since then, he's 28 for 78, hitting at a .359 clip. Was hit by a pitch his first time up today. Here's the payoff. That's popped up. That might stay in play. Tough play, though, right field side, and it is in the field of play, but nobody can get to it down in the Bowling Green bullpen area. So Rose will come on back and settle in for another 3-2 pitch. BG 4, Eastern Michigan 2. We're in the bottom of the third here at Steller Field at Gary Haas Stadium in Bowling Green. 3-2 pitch. Pop another one over to the right side. This one a little farther out of play. Looks like Rose is sort of inside outing on that swing and just spoiling those pitches from Cam Wagner. So another payoff pitch. Right back up the box, off the foot. Wagner picks it up, throws, and got his man. Wagner showed a little bit of a limp as he first came off the mound, but appears to be walking better now as he climbs back on the hill. That's a nice play to recover there by the pitcher Cam Wagner for out number 2. And Jack Krause will now bat.
The center fielder, Jack Krause.
Guess you'd call that a kick save. Krause's sac fly, his only trip up here today. Scored Bowling Green's third run. Third baseman playing in a little bit right on the grass, Daniel Workington. There's ball one inside to Krause. The center fielder for BG. That one bends him away, 2-0. Jack's dad played at Michigan State and was drafted by the Athletics. Played some pro ball. 2-0 pitch is a strike. Krause, one of 5 lefties in the lineup here in game 1 of this doubleheader against a 7-inning game. So we're in the third with BG up 4-2. 2-1. Pot foul the other way, left side and out of play behind the eastern dugout. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on. BG has plated a run to bump their lead to 2. Check swing and a ball in the dirt. Appeal safe, says third base umpire Bryce McCall. So Krause will live to see another pitch with a full count. Payoff pitch to the BG center fielder. Check swing, just missed. So a 2-out walk. Third walk issued by Wagner. And brings up Tyler Haas.
Designated hitter, Tyler Haas.
Haas, a product of nearby Eastwood High School. Struck out looking to end the first inning. Takes that one up and in. 1-0. Strike called, evens it at a ball a strike. Fastball right through there to Tyler Haas. Falcons with 3 in the first, 1 here in the third. Eastern had 2 in the second. There's one downstairs, 2-1. Man on first, 2 outs. Fastball outside corner, 2-2. Tyler Haas not a fan of that call. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Wagner's pitch, runner going, ball, throw down, and he's got a stolen base. That Jack Krause. Oh, we sure didn't make a very big deal about it. It was actually strike 3 called, excuse me. Usually it'd have a little bit more emphasis on that, or emphasis if you like. We go to the 4th after BG scores 1 here in the third on a couple of hits. It's 4-2 BG. here at Gary Haas Stadium in Bowling Green. Falcons 4, Eastern Michigan 2. Todd Walker here with you on this Mother's Day Eve. Eli Gora will lead off the Eagles' fourth inning against BG right-hander Gage Shank, and he lines one to left. Fallon coming in, picks it off waist high. Hard hit out to lead off. So Gora has lined out to center and lined out to left. A little bit of tough luck hitting for the Eastern Michigan first baseman. Here's Daniel Workington. He had the key hit in that two-run second inning. That line drive down the right field line. He dropped it down in the right field corner. Nice job of inside-out hitting. That played it a run. He then scored on a single by Monahan. He rips this one to left. Fallon, a little tougher play going back and over to his right. He makes the play. So Gage Shank pitch efficient here in the fourth inning. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Might have been the 2 hardest hit balls of the game, but that's baseball for you. 2 out, nobody on. Here's Mike Monahan. Line score, Bowling Green 4 runs, 4 hits, an error. EMU 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. There's a strike called. Eagles have left 3 men on base. Falcons have as well through 3 innings. 0-1 pitch. Outside corner of the fastball, strike 2. Gage Shank a strike away from a 1-2-3 fourth. That one's fouled away. Oh-2 pitch again. Well, we'll get time called. Monahan steps back in that left-hand batter's box. BG right-hander Gage Shank kicks and fires. Just did get enough of that to foul it away. Had him leaning out in front, but Monahan able to hold the bat back just enough to foul it back. Of course, the original schedule for this series would have been 1 Friday, 2 today, 1 tomorrow, but they changed that to 2 Friday and 2 today because of tomorrow's expected rain. So now 1 and 2 after that ball outside. 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called outside corner. And Monahan's out shopping Gage Shank with his 3rd strikeout, his second 1-2-3 inning in 4 frames. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Bowling Green 4, Eastern Michigan 2. For Eastern Michigan 2 as the Falcons come to bat here in the bottom of the 4th in front of the home crowd. Adam Fallon, Mason Montgomery, Dylan DeHanas, batters 8, 9, and 1 for the Orange and Brown. Due up. this bottom of the fourth. 4-2. Falcons with the lead. Swing and a miss. Fallon pulling off an outside fastball from Cameron Wagner for Eastern Michigan. And strike two. Nothing in two. Fastball away. Fallon flew out to center field. His only time up in this game. 1-2 pitch. Just missed inside. 2-2. BG4, Eastern 2 here in the bottom of the fourth. 2-2 pitch. Strike three called. And the breaking ball froze Adam Fallon. He's out shopping. Second straight batter to strike out looking for Bowling Green. Wagner has now struck out 4. He has walked 2 and also has hit a batter. Mason Montgomery bats with 1 out. He lined out to left, his only time up. Fastball inside. One and nothing on the Bowling Green third baseman. This one's hit hard to left, pulled down the line, and that ball is off the wall on a couple of hops. Mason Montgomery's got a stand-up 2-bagger. Third double of the year for Montgomery, and a 1-out scoring threat for BG. 5th hit of the afternoon for the Falcons. It's the second double of the game. That'll turn the lineup over to Dylan DeHanas. BG4, Eastern Michigan 2. Falcons looking to play add-on here in the bottom of the fourth in this 7-inning opener of a doubleheader. DeHanas swings and misses on a breaking ball. DeHanas walked in the first and walked in the second. He's batting now in the fourth. A little bit chilly, although it's nice and sunny today. The breeze is a little biting with temps in the low 50s. Wagner with a couple of checks a second, pitches and throws a wild pitch. That was way wide, and easily moving to third is Mason Montgomery. That is the third wild pitch of the day for Cameron Wagner. So man at third, 1 out. Bowling Green already up 4-2 here in the bottom of the fourth. DeHanas sends it the other way, but it bends foul down the left field line. DeHanas, .237 batting average. 2 homers, 13 RBI. Man at third, 1 out. Infield in. DeHanas swings and misses. Out number 2. Big strikeout for Wagner there. Like he had DeHanas out in front of that one. 5th strikeout. And now it'll be up to Andy Gayton with 2 outs if BG is going to score here in the fourth.
The right fielder, Andy Gayton.
Gayton a bunt hit and a grounder to second for his efforts today. Falcons got a 1-out double from Montgomery. He took third on the wild pitch, but DeHanas couldn't get him in. Now it's Andy Gayton who will try. They're in on the corners. Fastball away. Gayton, a 7-game hitting streak going, including that bunt single earlier in this game. 5'8" senior out of the Chicago area. 1-0 pitch. Fly ball to left, short left, Left fielder has a bead on it and comes in, and Oberg makes the play. So the Falcons threaten but come up empty in the fourth. A one-out double goes for naught. We go to the fifth. Bowling Green 4, Eastern Michigan 2.
One hit. There were no Eastern Michigan errors. One runner left on base.
Top of the fifth inning now here at Steller Field. Eastern Michigan coming to bat, trailing Bowling Green 4-2. Will Oberg, Taylor Hopkins, Nick Jones. Hitters 9, 1, and 2 in the Eastern lineup. Due up here against BG right-hander Gage Schenk. Here's Oberg. Falcons have had trouble with this guy. He reached 4 times in the doubleheader yesterday. He was hit by a pitch to, in the second inning, lead off at the first time up today. So 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. So if your number 9 hitter's getting on base twice a game, you're probably doing pretty well. And Eagles, in fact, swept yesterday's doubleheader. But today, BG leading 4-2 in the opener. There's a fastball away. Oberg has 14 walks and 11 hit by pitch on the season. Now 12 hit by pitch. He takes strike 2. So even though he is a 9-hole hitter, his on-base percentage at .394 coming into this game. Schenk trying to put him away, 2-2. See ya later. Oberg out shopping, and that was about as room service right down the middle as it gets. And they retire the number 9 hitter on a strikeout looking. Fourth strikeout for Gage Schenk. Taylor Hopkins will come up now. Hopkins 0 for 2 in this game, lined out to second and struck out. The strikeout in the second inning was huge. They had 2 men on when Schenk struck out Hopkins to end a 2-run second. There's a ball away. Hopkins yesterday in the opener was 3 for 4 with 3 RBI. He stole a couple bases too. Ball 2. And in the nightcap, he added 2 more hits. One of them a home run. He scored twice. He drove in 2. The Eagles had 5 home runs in yesterday's doubleheader sweep. There's a pop back out of play. In the opener, Gabe Denton homered. And the nightcap, Hopkins, Balt, Workington, and Denton homered. 2-1 pitch. Bends down and in, 3-1. Nick Jones on deck. BG 4, Eastern Michigan 2. Eagles batting here in the top of the 5th. Gage Schenk delivers, and he walked him. First walk issued by the BG right-hander, although he's hit a couple batters.
Nick Jones
Nick Jones steps in now. He popped out foul First baseman Adam Furness in the first inning, and then hit a little looping line drive that dropped it for a hit to left in the third inning. Hopkins going, hit and run, and perfectly done. Lined into center field. Men on the corners with one out. And Krause coming way around third, ran into his own coach there. I think he had designs about trying to score as Krause momentarily had the ball get stuck under his glove there. So a threat for Eastern Michigan. Men on the corners with one out, and Christian Balt at the plate.
The second baseman, Christian Balt.
Here's Balt. He has popped out twice, once to the pitcher, once to the shortstop. Men on the corners, one out. Breaking ball strike from Gage Schenk. One out, BG leading 4-2, and I'd love to see a double play ball here. That'd be what the doctor ordered. The 0-1 pitch from Schenk. Hit hard but foul to left, got in on his hands. Nothing in two to the Eastern Michigan second baseman. Gage Schenk trying to work out of trouble here in the fifth inning. He leads 4-2, but Eagles on the corners with one out. 0-2 pitch, fouled straight back. Schenk sent him down in order in the first and the fourth. Gave up a leadoff bloop hit in the third, otherwise was good. The second inning was his tough inning, and now the fifth, he's in trouble again. Missed the outside corner, 1-2. Boy, Schenk wanted that one. And so did catcher Kyle Gurney. But home plate umpire Corey Ray says ball outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Christian Balt a happy man as he steps back in with another look. 1-2 pitch, instead throw to first. Falcons getting some action in the bullpen. Down the right field side. Schenk. 1-2 pitch. Hit to right center, and that's trouble. That drops, and it's a 4-3 game. Meanwhile, making the turn and coming to third is Nick Jones. And the Eagles are back within a run. Hopkins scored easily on the base hit to right center by Balt. And the very dangerous Gabe Denton at the plate. Denton homered in each game of the doubleheader yesterday, his 7th and 8th of the year. He's driven in 26 on the season. And we're going to get a mound visit here. Denton was hit by a pitch in the second on an 0-2 pitch. That really was the catalyst for that troublesome inning. He later scored. And the second time up, he flew out to left. Looks like we got a pinch hitter here. Oh, we got a pinch runner. Oh, no, we don't. Who's he pointing at? Home plate umpire was pointing like somebody was coming in the game, but these are the same guys. Denton batting, and Balt has gone back out to first. First and third, one out. Here's the pitch to Denton, fouled back. Coach Halleck came out probably reminding Gage Schenk, not that he needed to, that Denton's more than capable of leaving the yard. Falcons have not trailed in this game since jumping for 3 in the first, but it's now 4-3. And Eastern men on the corners, 1 out. Long pause in the pitch. Breaking ball missed. Denton has 4 doubles to go with his 8 home runs on the season. Kyle Gurney comes out in front of the plate to give the defensive signals for BG. Now steps back behind the dish. 1 ball, 1 strike to the EMU right fielder, Denton, trying to at least tie the game here. Fouled it straight back. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to Gabe Denton. Gage Schenk delivering. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Gage Schenk as he strikes out Gabe Denton for the 2nd out of the inning. And now he'll face Shane Easter. BG 4, Eastern Michigan 3. We're in the top of the 5th of this 7-inning opener of a doubleheader. Easter a sac bunt and a strikeout looking so far today against the BG right-hander. Schenk holds at the chest and delivers right through there for strike 1. The inning started with a strikeout looking, but then Schenk walked Hopkins. Jones on a hit and run made it 1st and 3rd. Bolt singled in Hopkins. Then Denton struck out. So we've got men on the corners, 2 outs. Easter down 0-1. Hits it to right. Guyton is there and makes the play. So Gage Schenk gives up a run but works out of further trouble to keep BG in front. Eastern gets a run, and they did it on 2 hits. And they leave 2 on base. We go to the home half of the 5th. Bowling Green clinging to a 4-3 lead.
Reminder fans, first game of today's doubleheader is a 7-inning game.
Bottom of the 5th here in Bowling Green. Falcons coming to bat leading 4-3 over Eastern Michigan. Todd Walker here with you on this Saturday afternoon, opener of a doubleheader. Kyle Gurney steps in. Gurney's had a nice day, a 2-run single, another single. He has scored twice. This is a chopper to 3rd, behind the bag. 3rd baseman Workington delivers across for the out. Good arm shown off there by Daniel Workington. We're out number 1. And we're getting a mound visit. That's going to be it. for Wagner. I mentioned earlier he is making just his second start of the season, and after a rough first inning, he really gave Eastern a nice outing today. With the left-hand batter Furness coming up, one of the best hitters in the MAC, Eastern's going to make a change. We'll tell you about the new pitcher in just a moment. Bowling Green leads at 4-3. We're in the fifth. Eleven hits, 6 runs earned. He's walked 8, struck out 14. They'll be facing the left-hander Adam Furness for his first at-bat. So, tough start in the first inning for Cameron Wagner when he gave up 3 runs on 2 hits, but overall he gave Eastern a chance to win today. 4 1/3, 5 hits, 4 runs earned. There's a ball high to Furness. Finishing out Wagner's line, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. He hit a batter and he had 3 wild pitches. He can lose it, he cannot win it. There's a strike called on a breaking ball. He leaves with his team down 4-3. Nobody on, a 1 out. I think Furness thought that breaking ball was a little up. Back in the box after a discussion, 1-1 pitch. Sprayed it the other way, foul, and knocked down by third base coach Ryan Shea. He makes the throw across. Picked off on 1 hop over there. 1-2 pitch to Furness. Up and in, nearly clipped him, 2-2. Furness doubled in a run his last time up, struck out in the first. That one's off his fist and nobody sees it, and it lands harmlessly foul. And the catcher couldn't see it right away, but you'd think the third baseman would have saw that a little better, but Workington didn't seem to pick it up off the bat either, and a ball that maybe could have had a play made drops in foul and no harm done from the BG perspective. 2-2 pitch again to Furness. Strike call. He checked his swing, but Corey Ray says have a seat. So Furness is out shopping for out number 2. So House comes in and strikes out Furness, the first batter he sees, and now he'll face Nathan Rose. Rose hit by a pitch in the first, hit a ball off the pitcher, Wagner, who made a nice recovery to throw him out in the third. That was a hard hit ball too. Hit off of Wagner's foot. 1-0 pitch coming to Rose. Breaking ball upstairs. Trevor House is a quick worker. Lefty peers into catcher Nick Jones and brings a 2-0. Swinging through the fastball is Nathan Rose. 2 balls and a strike to the Bowling Green shortstop. Strike 2. Took a fastball. Ball away, runs the count full. Yesterday, Nate didn't play in the first game of the doubleheader. Started at third base in the nightcap and had 4 hits. There's a chopper toward the hole. Shortstop is there. Hopkins makes the throw across, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Eastern Michigan pitching, their first of the day. So we go to the 6th inning and the 7th inning opener of a doubleheader. Bowling Green holding on to a 4-3 lead.
No runs on no hits. There were no Eagle errors. No one left on base.
Here at Steller Field at Gary Haas Stadium in Bowling Green. Home team leads Eastern Michigan 4-3. This is game 3 of a 4-game series. The teams played a doubleheader yesterday and another one today. First pitch from Gage Shank to Eli Gora, skips right through catcher Cal Gurney, ball 1. Gora has hit the ball hard both times up. Caught in center field, caught in left field. This one will not be caught. That's a gap shot. Gora makes the big turn, and he'll move into second easily with a stand-up double. So Eli Gora, after the first 2 times up, deserving a bit better fate, hitting the ball hard, this time puts it where nobody can get to it. So Gage Shank hits the 6th hit he's allowed. And I think we're going to have a pitching change here for Bowling Green. And we are, as the phone is ringing here in the press box. I'll tell you about the new pitcher in just a moment. We're in the 6th. The Bowling Green leads 4-3.
A new pitcher in the game for Bowling Green. It is right-hander Jeremy Spezia, the 6'2 senior from Clinton Township, Michigan. Will come on in relief of Gage Shank here in the 6th inning. Spezia making his 10th appearance, 9 of them in relief. He has a save on the season, but he is 0-4 with a .675 earned run average. In 17 and a third innings, he's allowed 18 hits, 15 runs, 13 of those earned. He's walked 8, struck out 14. Opponents are hitting .273 against him. Spezia with a good outing on Tuesday here at home against Miami. He got 2 outs. A perfect appearance, one of them be a strikeout. His last 2 outings have been good after he got a spot start at East at Central Michigan a few weeks back and got
Shelled. In relief, he's been more effective. A leadoff double by Gora brings in Spezia to face Daniel Workington. And a breaking ball misses. Gabe Shanks lined 5+ innings. He surrendered 6 hits, 3 runs earned. He walked 1, he struck out 5, he hit a pair. He can win it, he cannot lose it. He's responsible for the man at second. 4-3, Bowling Green with the lead. 1-0 pitch. Pulled foul past third. And leaving it up at a ball, a strike. Workington, a big hit in this game in the second, a 2-out RBI double. He then scored on a single by the next batter, Monahan. Workington lined out to left in the fourth. 4-5, Bowling Green, 4-3, excuse me. Bowling Green hanging on here in the 6th inning. There's a pop-up off a breaking ball. Foul ground, first base side. Furness shading his eyes and making the play for out number 1. A nice job by Spezia. Gets the first man he faces on the pop foul. And Monahan, the left-hand batting DH, will step in. Monahan, a RBI single and a strikeout looking thus far today. He's got that tying run out at second base with 1 out. Jeremy Spezia sees Monahan step out on him. Monahan back in now. Things have slowed to a crawl here as Spezia finally gets set to pitch. That one's hit the other way. Could be trouble. Left field, Fallon over toward the gap. Won't get to it. It's off the wall. Left fielder Fallon brings it in on the throw, but the run will score to tie the game. Scoring is Eli Gora. We're tied at 4. So Monahan, a RBI double. And the Eagles have come back to tie the game after BG scored 3 in the first. So a 4-4 game. Will Oberg steps in, and he's got a man on second that he could drive in to take the lead. Oberg hit by a pitch and struck out against Shank. Now facing Spezia. Strike called. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Eastern. They have left 5 on base. 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for Bowling Green. The Falcons have left 4 on base. 0-1 to Will Oberg. Spezia's pitch. Breaking ball fouled to the screen. 4 balls, 2 strikes. Spezia trying to put away Oberg here before the lineup turns over to the top to Taylor Hopkins. 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Fastball paints the outside corner, and Will Oberg is out shopping and slapping the bat, upset with himself. And now Taylor Hopkins will bat with 2 outs. And they have motioned for the intentional walk of Taylor Hopkins.
Intentional walk to Taylor Hopkins.
So the first walk issued by Spezia. So first and second, 2 outs. And Nick Jones will bat. And that's a pretty simple equation there with first base open, a left-hand batter against a right-hand pitcher, and Hopkins a .320 batter with 5 home runs. You'd much rather have the righty-righty matchup with Nick Jones, who doesn't have as prolific a numbers as Hopkins, that's for sure, but he has 2 hits today. Man on first and second, 2 outs, we're tied. Spezia misses with a breaking ball away. Top of the 6th inning here. Eastern has scored a run here in the 6th to tie the game at 4. First and second, 2 outs. Jeremy Spezia in relief of Gage Schenk. Looks and deals. That's hit to left center, and that's trouble. Eastern's got the lead. Picked up on the track by the center fielder Kraus. And 2 runs score, and Eastern's up 6-4. So Nick Jones, a 2-out, 2-run double. And the Eagles have 4 2-out RBIs on the day. And those are the ones that really sting. So the Falcons trail for the first time in this game, as Eastern has 3 in the inning. And Christian Bolt will now bat. 6-4 Eagles. Throw back to second, and Jones is back easily. So it's been triple-double trouble in this inning for BG, as the Eagles have come up with 3 doubles. Throwing a walk, it's a 3-run inning. 6-4 now, Eastern Michigan. Spezia working to Christian Bolt. Misses inside. One ball and nothing to Bolt. Breaking ball strike. Evens the count. One ball, one strike to the Eastern Michigan second baseman. Spezia with the long hold and the pitch. Chopper over the mound right to the second baseman. DeHanas makes the play. However, Eastern Michigan scores 3 in the 6th. They lead it 6-4.
For Eastern Michigan in the top of the 6th, 3 runs on 3 hits. There were no Falcon errors, 1 runner left on base.
Bowling Green coming to bat in the bottom of the 6th, trailing for the first time today, 6-4. Jack Kraus will lead it off for BG. Still facing the left-hander Trevor House for Eastern Michigan. 1-1 now. Eastern just scored 3 in the 6th to take the lead. Now 2-1. 2-1 pitch to Kraus, up and in. Kraus, a sac fly and a walk thus far today. Fouls that back to the screen to run the count full. So if this score would hold, Haas would be the winner. Spicia would be the loser at this point. Payoff pitch. Fouled away. So close the book on Gage Schenk. He allows 4 runs and 5 plus. The other 2 were charged to Spicia. Kraus, Haas, Fallon, hopefully many more. Strike 3 called, and Kraus is out shopping. Been a lot of houses by the side of the road today for both teams, as Ernie Harwell would say. Here's Haas, who has struck out looking twice himself. Let's see, Furness struck out looking as well, and so is Fallon. So that's 5 strikeouts looking out of the 7 recorded by Eastern Michigan pitching. Strike called to Haas. 6-4 Eastern. Curveball away. 1-1. 1-1 pitch to Tyler Haas. Way outside. That one got away from Trevor House. So it's Haas and House, the matchup here. Eastern 6, Bowling Green 4. Eagles 2 in the 2nd, 1 in the 5th, 3 in the 6th. Ball 3. Falcons got 3 in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd. 3 balls and a strike to Tyler Haas. Trying to start something here in the Bowling Green 6th. Swing and a miss. Again, this is a 7-inning game and the opener of a doubleheader here. Second game would be a normal 9-inning game. Payoff pitch to the Bowling Green DH. Trevor House missed away, and Haas takes a free pass. First walk for House. The 4th issued by Eastern pitching today. And now we're going to get a pinch hitter. Adam Fallon going to be taken down here. Anthony Ryan will be the pinch hitter. Ryan, a 5'11" sophomore out of Newcastle, PA. So we get an Eastern mound meeting here as Ryan will pinch hit for Fallon. Falcons trail 6-4. We're in the 6th inning. Ryan did not play in yesterday's doubleheader. Did not play Tuesday against Miami. Has not batted since April 30th when he went 0 for 2 against Ball State. There's a ball down and in to Ryan. Anthony Ryan, 4 for 18 on the season. Fouled that one back over the screen. (6-4) Eastern leads are in the bottom of the 6th inning. BG with 1 out and a man on first. Left-hander Trevor House pauses and pitches. And Ryan swings through it for strike 2. gathers himself, steps back in. 1-2 pitch. Bounces in there. Evens the count at 2-2. Two pitch. Pop up on the right side of the infield near the skin of the grass. Second baseman Balt puts it away for out number 2. So Mason Montgomery will battle 2 outs.
The third baseman, Mason Montgomery.
Falcons down to their final 4 outs in this 7-inning opener of the doubleheader. It's 6-4 Eastern Michigan. There's ball 1 in the dirt. Haas at first with 2 outs. 1-0 pitch. Popped up into right field. Denton out number 3. So we go to the 7th. Eastern Michigan leading Bowling Green in the opener of this doubleheader, 6-4.
For the Falcons in the bottom of the 6th. No runs on no hits. There were no Eagle errors. 1 runner left on base.
Final inning of this doubleheader opener, at least that's the way it's scheduled, a 7-inning regulation game. And Eastern Michigan leading 6-4. New left fielder for Bowling Green is Jared Johnson. He replaces Adam Fallon, who was lifted for a pinch hitter. Jeremy Spezia stays in to pitch for Bowling Green and misses low and away to Gabe Denton. Denton struck out in the 5th inning. He flew out in the 3rd. He was hit by a pitch and scored in the 2nd. Breaking ball strike. Denton homered in both ends of the doubleheader yesterday to boost his team leading total to 8 on the season. 1-1 is chopped left side and foul. So Spezia heading the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Spezia came on last inning after Gage Schenk allowed a leadoff double. Spezia proceeded to give up 2 more doubles. Now we get a, looks like he swung at that. All right, he must have got a little piece of it there. Make it 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Denton back in the box. Here's the pitch. Check swing and ball 2. Two pitch. Just got a piece of that breaking ball. Remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Looking to the bottom of the 7th, the Falcons' possible final go-round. They'll have the top of the lineup due up. Dylan Dohanis, Andy Gayton, and Kyle Gurney. They trail by 2. It's Jeremy Spiez's job to at least keep it right there. 6-4 Eagles, 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Spiezia finally gets Denton after like a couple of times he might have him struck out. He gets him there. Second strikeout recorded by Spiezia.
The center fielder, Shane Easter.
Here's Easter, 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt for the EMU center fielder. Fouled out of play. A 1 pitch downstairs. Eagles swept yesterday's doubleheader in pretty convincing fashion, winning the opener 8-0. There's a fly ball to left center. Center fielder Kraus to his right and back and hauls it in for out number 2. Eagles then won the nightcap yesterday 10-8. And again, it wasn't really that close. Falcons got 4 in the 9th to make it close. A 3-run home run by Dylan Dohanis. But Eastern was in control all day yesterday. Today, they have fought from behind to grab this 2-run lead with 3 outs to go for another victory. 2 outs for Eli Gora. He takes a strike. Gora started all that trouble last inning with that leadoff double that chased Gage Schenk. The ball inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gora hit the ball hard all 3 times against Schenk. Only had 1 hit to show for it, though. Here's another hard hit ball. That's back to left field and over the head of the left fielder Johnson. He plays it off the wall quickly, gets it in, but Gora's going to slide in ahead of the relay for a double. So Gora has 2 doubles on the day. Workington has a double. Monahan has a double. So does Jones. So we got a pinch runner here for Gora. This is Anthony Sharkus.
Running for Gora on second, number 4, Anthony Sharkus. At the plate, the third baseman, Daniel Workington.
Workington at the dish, 2 outs, man on second. That's a big run out there at second. It's 6-4 Eastern Michigan. Top of the 7th in this 7-inning opener of the doubleheader. Nice breaking ball for strike 1. Workington has one of the 5 Eagle doubles in this game. He drove in their first run back in the 2nd inning. 0-1 pitch from Spiezia. Inside. Eagles got 2 out RBI hits from Workington and Monahan in the 2nd. They then got another 2 out RBI 2-run double in the 6th from Jones. There's a foul at the plate. So 4 of the 6 Eagle runs have come on 2 out hits. Falcons got 3 of their 4 in the 1st inning. Spiezia heading the count 1-2, trying to put away Workington and take it on to the bottom half of the 7th. And he does, a swing and a miss on a fastball away. So the Eagles get a 2-out double here in the 7th, but strand the runner. Final go round for the Falcons with work to do. Eastern Michigan leads at 6-4.
There were no Falcon errors, 1 runner left on base.
Bowling Green coming to bat in the 7th, their final go-round, trailing 6-4. Dylan DeHanas takes one up and in. Defensive changes for Central Michigan, or for Eastern Michigan, excuse me. Nate Jones now playing center field, comes into the game. Shane Easter moves from center to left. DeHanas lifts one, a blooper to left, might drop it, it does. So DeHanas with an inside-out blooper to left leads off the 7th for Bowling Green with a hit. So Gora, who was pitch run for, comes out of the game at first base. Balt moves from second to first to take his spot. So here's Gayton. Falcons trail 6-4 in the bottom of the 7th. Again, this is a 7-inning opener of the doubleheader. Gayton sprays it into left for a base hit. Oh, hits it through the hole the other way, and BG trying to get off the mat here in the home half of the 7th inning. So 2 left-hand batters get hits off lefty Trevor House to begin the BG 7th. And now Kyle Gurney at the dish with the tying runs on base. Jared Kaufman also in the game now for Eastern at second base, by the way. Here's Gurney. They'll go back to second, try to keep DeHanas close. So, again, for Eastern now defensively, Jared Kaufman at second base. The new center fielder is Nate Jones. Eastern moves from center to left. Balt moves from second to first. First pitch to Gurney. Breaking ball strike. Good first pitch there by House. Nothing in one to the Bowling Green catcher, who has 2 hits and 2 RBI in this game. 6-4, Eastern leads. There's a rip to left center. Center fielder going back, Nate Jones, and makes the play in the gap. Tagging and going from second to third is DeHanas. And Adam Furness will step in with men on the corners and 1 out. Falcons scored 4 in the bottom of the 9th in the nightcap yesterday to get close, only to lose 10-8. This is the bottom of the 7th, but like the bottom of the 9th in a regulation game. So Falcons are down to their last 2 outs here. Furness, strikeout, RBI double, strikeout. Men on the corners, 1 out. There's a quick flip to first. The tying runs are on base. Lefty-lefty matchup here. House works, and breaking ball just missed inside. Maybe a little high, maybe both. 6-4 Eastern. They're 2 outs away from winning the opener of this doubleheader. House misses outside to Adam Furness, the Falcon first baseman. Nate Rose on deck. 2 balls and nothing. House, another pause in the pitch. And Furness pulls it foul. That one got in on his hands. Trevor House about to bring the 2-1 pitch to Furness. Hit to right hard. Right fielder going back and makes the play. Denton picks it off. DeHanas scores from third, but there are now 2 outs. It's 6-5, Eastern Michigan. And Gayton at first base still, as Furness's hard hit ball scores a run, but Falcons still trail by 1. It's up to Nathan Rose. Tying run at first, Rose at the dish with 2 outs. Strike called. Rose 0 for 2, hit by a pitch thus far in this game. Falcons down to their last out here. House delivers. Fouled off the dish. Down to their last strike now. First two men reached here in the 7th. A couple of flyouts have plated a run, but BG needs at least another one here. Trailing 6-5. Down to their final strike. Haas. 0-2 pitch. Bounces in there. And nice play by the catcher, Nick Jones, to save the advance by Gayton. Again, that's the tying run at first base. Would be big to get him into scoring position, but Nick Jones takes care of that. 1-2 pitch coming to Nathan Rose. Another one bounces in. Another nice play by Jones as he smothers that one. Trevor Haas trying to finish off this game for Eastern Michigan. Would be his first save of the, oh no, he gets a win if this hangs in. 2-2 pitch, in, down, full count. Yeah, Haas would stand to get the win. He would move to 2-0 if that happens. Rose trying to do something about it. Payoff pitch, 2 outs. Haas trying to close it out. And it's lifted out of play. Nathan Rose represents the winning run at the plate. The payoff pitch. Strike 3 called. And Nathan Rose not happy about it whatsoever. But Trevor Haas ends the game on a strike 3 looking. And the Eagles have won this series. After taking the doubleheader yesterday, they win the opener of this doubleheader by a final score of 6-5. The Falcons got a run in the 7th, but they leave the tying run on base. They scored with a run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. So the final score, Eastern Michigan 6 and Bowling Green 5. For Eastern, 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. The Eagles left 7 men on base. For Bowling Green, 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. The Falcons left 6 men on base. They left at least 1 man on base in 6 of the 7 innings. And they suffer a tough loss here to the Eastern Michigan Eagles by a count of 6-5. The game took 2 hours and 11 minutes to play. We'll have game 2 scheduled for 9 innings, a full 9-inning game coming up here in a little bit.